Thank you all for being here, for attending the JoomlaDay and the whole conference. And I would like to thank to our sponsors. And I would like to thank you especially to the JoomlaDay organization team. I think they did a really great job, right? Yeah. Right? Yes. Yeah, thank you. Okay, the question is, where is Joomla going? I hope that we all know what Joomla is. Okay, cool, thank you. That we all know what Joomla is. And I would like to answer the question today, where is Joomla going? I think it's really very important to answer some other questions before. The first question is, who is giving the answer? Right? It's important when you ask where is Joomla going, who is the one who should provide the answer. So who am I? My name is Radek Suski, and I am software developer, and I am one of the extension developers for Joomla. Beside them, I am OSM member. OSM, it's a short for Open Source Matters Incorporation. It's a company, a non-profit company located in the United States, which actually provide a financial and legal support for Joomla project. The most important thing is I'm really huge fan of the Joomla community. And it's really the reason why I'm interacting so strongly with Joomla and why I'm spending a lot of my free time to help Joomla to be a better project. I start my history with Joomla in 2005, where Joomla was called Mambo. And we had the very first Mambo Day in Germany, in Bonn. And there was the very first JoomlaDay, Mambo Day I attended. I really can remember there was a lot of sessions, a lot of talks, and really very nice and interesting information. But the one thing I really remember is about people, to socializing with people, to go to them, to drink a coffee, to drink a beer, just to talk to them. It's really the most important thing for me. So the second question is, before we are going to show where is Joomla going, is where is Joomla now, actually. Joomla is powering about 3.3% of all websites out there. Well, it's not very impressive number, right? 3.3%, that's not really big. But when you consider that we have about 640 billion websites out there, right? Then that 3.3% is like about 21 million websites built with Joomla. That's a very impressive number, I think. And as you can see in some countries or TLD, we actually cover the whole 100% of the market share. Okay, they have only 2 websites for this domain, but it doesn't matter, I think. Well, compared to other CMS like Drupal, WordPress, and so on, where is Joomla compared to other CMS? I have no idea. I don't really care about it. And I never did. I really don't understand the whole CMS war between Drupal, Joomla, WordPress, and whatever. What I really appreciate is, I don't know if any of you heard about this project. It's called CMS Garden. It's a project started in Germany where people from different representatives from different CMS like Drupal, like WordPress, like Joomla, like Django CMS are bound together and they are presenting open source CMS on different occasions, like for example Cbit, which is a really big, huge, what is it called? Yeah, in Germany. And they are working all together. They are not competing with each other. When someone is going to the booth and say, I would like to have some specific solution, for example, with Drupal, nobody is trying to tell him, no, you shouldn't use Drupal. Joomla is much better. We are sending them simply to those people from Drupal. And this is a cooperation. I think this is much more important. And much more important is to realize something really fully different. There is like about 65.6% website out there with pure HTML. without using any CMS. I know that probably not all of those websites need CMS, but I think about at least half of them could use CMS and they could profit from using CMS. And this is what we have to worry about, not about are we going to compete with Drupal or is WordPress better than Joomla or Joomla better than WordPress, but let's think about all those websites made with HTML and try to convince those people to use CMS, whatever CMS, as long as it's open source, of course. And another question is, what is Joomla? Because I think people mistaking really a lot about what Joomla is. So Joomla is a project which, in my opinion, consists of two very important parts. The first one is the software itself, Joomla CMS. We are building now Joomla framework. And the other one is the Joomla community, and this is the one I really care about. So if you want to know where Joomla is going, I can't tell you about it because I am not the member of the production leadership team which is actually developing Joomla CMS, but it's not a big problem. There's a URL. You can simply check the roadmap for Joomla and see where Joomla CMS or Joomla framework is going now in the future. Where is the project going? So the community, so leadership team of Joomla and so on. Well, to be honest, I don't know. Because the question itself is fully wrong. The right question would be, where do you want Joomla to go? What is important for you? What do you want Joomla to be? Because one thing we have to realize, Joomla is a not company. We have the non-profit organization, OSM, which is actually made only to provide legal and financial support to Joomla. But we don't have any headquarters, we don't have employees, and we don't have any boss. There is no boss in Joomla, right? Joomla is a totally community-driven project. It's all about community in Joomla. So when you realize this, then what is important for Joomla, for the whole project, is you have to tell us, what do you want from Joomla? And I can show you some examples. For example, the first one, I don't know if you know, but we in the Joomla leadership working on the certification program for Joomla. So people can, for example, be certified as a Joomla developer or Joomla administrator and so on. I actually never thought about it because I don't need it. I live in Germany and this is a certification from some private organization because Joomla is actually a private organization. It doesn't count anything. It doesn't matter. But I know that in many countries, like for example, I'm driving around the world a little bit of different Joomla events, and I'm talking to people, and I know as the subject jump out about certification, we were in JoomlaDay Bosnia, and we were talking to those people in Bosnia, and they were really thrilled about it. They found it really cool thing, really cool idea, and they wanted to help us with it a little bit. Another example is for the Joomla 3.1 provide text for the content. I never really thought about it, but people told us about it, and the PLT implemented it. And I think this is the best example for it. Since Joomla 3.0, Joomla is completely mobile friendly and responsive. And there is a background story about how it happened. So Ryan Ozimek, the former president of OSM, was one particular Joomla day in the United States, I don't remember which one. And there was a guy called Kyle Ledbetter. And they were sitting and drinking coffee, and then Kyle Ledbetter told Ryan, I would like to Joomla be fully mobile friendly and fully responsive. And Ryan told to Kyle, so just do it. And he did. Really, he did. He created a UX team, and with some people, they rebuilt completely Joomla administration area and front end, and since then, Joomla is fully mobile and responsive. The other thing, I don't know, do you know what this device is, the small device I have made in my computer? So it's called Ubiki. since Joomla 3.2, I think, not sure, 3.2, Joomla implemented so-called two-factor authentication. So what is it? When you are going to log in in your Joomla website as an administrator or a simple user, but most important for us is this case administrator, you need a password and username. Password and username can be cracked. You can maybe, with some brute force method, find it out. So if someone is really determined to hack your website, he will probably be able to do this at some point. And Ubiki is another thing you have to provide. So as Nicholas Dionysopoulos, who actually implemented this whole functionality, he told me, you have to provide, and you have to have something, and you have to provide some information like username and password, and you have to have something, so device. And this device generating a random token, and this is absolutely impossible to break this security. This is absolutely not possible to brute force this method. So it's when you are using the two-factor authentication, your website is fully safe, completely safe. It's not possible to break through the login form, to the login functionality.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
You are obliged to install this periphery to enter your site?
Yeah, you need this. The picture is not really good, but I need to provide my username, right? My password, and then in that field I need to provide. I need to press on this button.
This is the problem. I need the periphery code to enter your site.
Yeah, you don't need for each one. You need only one. Only one. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this idea was also provided by one of the community members, Nicholas Dionysopoulos. If you maybe heard about Akiba Backup, Akiba admin tools, this is the guy who developing those extensions. So a second thing is you don't need necessarily this device. You can use also the application for mobile phone called Google Authenticator.
Virtual.
Yeah.
This is hard. This is hard periphery code.
No, you can have.
This one?
You can have this one, or you can use. Oh, you have.
From your organization.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Okay. So another one is for Joomla 3.2. We have versioning, right? It's a very important feature because I know, for example, that in Europe, when you are going to create a website for a government agency or something like this, they required specifically that all changes can be fully monitored and all changes can be reverted. So versioning this is exactly the feature Joomla provides. You can change something in your article and all those changes are logged in. And if you found out, for example, that you accidentally deleted something, you can revert the previous version of the article. This is really very important thing. So, as I said, if you want to change something in Joomla, if you want to have something in Joomla implemented, you have to tell us about it. This is the most important thing, and then we can try to find the best way for Joomla. Where is Joomla going? And if you have the capabilities, you can also help us. You can help us. Like example, I'm doing it a lot. I told before that I'm not developing for Joomla directly, but it's happened from time to time that I am able to identify some bug in Joomla. Joomla is a software. Software has always bugs. There is no bug-free software. So when I find a bug, I provide also a solution for this bug. So I provide patch, and this patch will be implemented in the next version of Joomla. So, and it's however not about developing only, because when you, for example, reported a bug, but you are not developer, many people are not developer, when you're reporting a bug, then if someone provides the solution, you can help test the solution. You reported the bug, you have the best knowledge about it, how it actually should be fixed. You maybe know this knowledge how to fix it, but you can help to test this fix, right? And one thing people really mistaken, Joomla is not seeking for developer only. developers are a very small part of the community. What we are looking for, people like translator, marketing specialist, people who can maybe write community. We have community magazine where you can write some article about your Joomla implementation, such thing. You are all are really important. Each person is important for Joomla, and you can for sure provide something which could help Joomla to be a better product. Okay, I hope I inspired you a little bit to help Joomla, and thank you very much.